it's such a weird feeling, these...
Oh, take two.
Well, it's a weird feeling, you know, looking back on safety in the old days. Can you imagine how difficult it was to work in manufacturing or agriculture and all those other industries that didn't have no safety programs? Well, there they were, fast-moving businesses with a lot of hard-working employees, but they didn't have many safety programs. Businesses certainly didn't want workers injured, but there wasn't much to go on in those old days. No one had much experience in safety, so they just sort of learned on the job, so to speak. If an employee became injured, well, they carted him off to the hospital, had the doctors patch him up, and hopefully he'd be back to work in a short period of time. The worker wanted to get back as quickly as possible, because if he wasn't working, he had a tough time eating, no dinero. Well, after a while, companies began to develop safety rules and regulation because everybody knows that history has a chance of repeating itself. If someone was injured, why not try to find out what happened so corrective action could be taken to prevent future similar accidents? Well, accident investigation worked fairly well until the word got around that if you had an accident, you were out the door, unemployed, gone, history. Some people got fired immediately. In many companies, this attitude was soon changed to finding the cause of the accident and then fixing the problem that helped create the injury, not necessarily firing the employee who had the accident. For instance, if someone suffered an eye injury, the company figured out that maybe something could have prevented the injury, so they invented safety glasses. Why get rid of a good employee when a pair of safety glasses would be much more economical and easier to use? Of course, the guy was probably sent to the safety office with some harsh words from the assistant safety guy. Then he had to face that mean old safety manager who had a bad disposition anyway. Now, he made sure this guy remembered the company's safety policies by providing him some retraining through the company's safety display machine. They didn't have no videos in them old days. Now, I suspect that employee was given a significant emotional event during the retraining process. Now, you can bet this incident was mentioned in the next safety meeting. You notice how the employees are paying attention to the training session? That's one guy keeps staring at the camera. He looked like he swallowed a Haswhopper or something. Now, you can see how the business of safety created a new industry of safety equipment. Stretchers, Band-Aids, gloves, safety shoes. The list goes on and on and on. Next came record keeping. You know, them bookworms that maintain accident records and matched them up with other businesses. So there'll be some statistics to help these engineers and others develop work rules and design equipment that could possibly cut down on accidents in the workplace. Well, it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that people who keep falling off of tractors need something to help hold them on, such as a rope, side rails, or seat belts. Now, vehicle operators were causing a lot of damage.